This is you. You're just 15 years old, a aspiring footballer, lying on a hospital bed, a surgeon drawing a line down the center of your chest. Looking at this scene, anyone would assume you're finished. A poor kid from nowhere, a broken heart, a dream that died before it could breathe. But the truth is far more absurd. You are not finished. That scar on your chest, that's not where your story ends. That's where it begins. So how does a boy with a surgically repaired heart and nothing in his pockets become the most dominant athlete on planet Earth? Well, every story has a beginning. Let's go back 15 years to an island most people can't find on the map. Level 1. The island. You are born in 1985 on Madeira, a speck of volcanic rock off the coast of Portugal. Your father is a municipal gardener. Your mother is a cook. Your house is so small that your washing machine lives on the roof. When it rains, water leaks through the ceiling and your mother places buckets on the floor. You watch her do this and you don't understand why she's not angry. She just hums. Your full name is Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro. Your father chose Ronaldo after Ronald Reagan. He liked the way it sounded. At age 6, you discover football. Not on a pitch, on a dirt patch between apartment blocks. You play barefoot because shoes cost money your family doesn't have. The older boys are bigger, faster, stronger. They push you down. You get up. They push you down again. You get up faster. One day, a neighbor watches you dribble past 3 kids twice your size. He turns to your father and says, "Your boy has something special." At age 7, you join Andorinha, your first real club. Your father works as the kit man just to stay close to you. You arrive early every day. You stay late. When the other kids leave, you're still there, kicking the same ball against the same wall until the sun disappears into the Atlantic. By the time you're 7, football is no longer just a game. It's the only thing you think about, and before long, that obsession is about to take you beyond Madeira. Level 2. The leap. Age 11. You are standing at the airport. Your mother is crying. Your father just nods, the way men do when they have no words left. You are carrying a single bag and a dream that weighs more than everything inside it. Sporting CP's academy is in Lisbon, 600 miles from Madeira. To you, it might as well be like you are going to the moon. You have never slept in a room without your family. You have never eaten a meal your mother didn't cook. And now you are alone in a dormitory with 30 other boys who all want the same thing. The first night, you call home and hear your mother's voice. You cannot speak. You just hold the phone and let her talk until the tears stop burning your eyes. The other kids mock your accent. Madeira has a thick rural sound, like a farmer wandered into the city. They call you names. They laugh when you speak. You respond the only way you know how. On the pitch, you take the ball and you run at them. You make them look slow, and when they shove you, you don't complain. You score again. Your coaches notice something unusual. It isn't just your technique or your speed, it's the way you train. Every session feels personal, as if you're trying to prove something no one else can see. By age 13, you're training with players way older than you. By age 15, first-team coaches already know your name. The path to professional football is finally opening. And when it finally does, something far more serious appears and your professional career, which hasn't taken off yet, starts dwindling. Level 3, the scar. A routine medical examination reveals a problem no one expected. Your heart is beating dangerously fast. The diagnosis is tachycardia. The doctors tell you the only way forward is surgery. Without it, your football career and even your life could be at risk. Which brings us back to that hospital bed.
Let's begin.
The surgeon draws a line across your chest. The anesthesia takes over. And when you open your eyes again, nothing is guaranteed except one thing. If you ever want to become a professional footballer, you'll have to start all over again. Did you guys know this heart problem that Ronaldo had? Or is this the first time you are getting to know about it? Please let me know in the comments. Level 4, the discovery. The doctors order at least 3 months of recovery, but waiting has never been part of your nature. After just 10 days, you're back at Sporting's training ground, lacing up your boots. You don't know if your body is ready. You only know you have to find out. You take your first steps, then your first sprint. Your heart holds. So does your dream. Eventually, after 3 months of rigorous training, the scar heals. And for the first time, nothing stands between you and football anymore. You tear through Sporting's academy faster than anyone expects. Within months, you're training with the first team. Then, in 2002, at just 17 years old, you make your professional debut. The skinny kid from Madeira is no longer a prospect. You're playing against grown men and beating them. You are 18 now. The scar on your chest has faded to a thin white line. Sporting's first team is playing a friendly against Manchester United. You don't know it yet, but the opposing players are about to make a decision for you. You step onto the pitch and destroy them. Not metaphorically. You embarrass one of the best defenders in England so badly that at halftime, multiple United players approach their manager with the same message: sign that kid. John O'Shea still remembers that night. Rio Ferdinand has told the story on camera. They couldn't touch you. You were a ghost with rocket fuel in your veins. The match ends. You walk off the pitch. You do not know that your entire life just tilted on its axis. But Sir Alex Ferguson does. 6 days later, you are on a private plane to Manchester. You are the most expensive teenager in Portuguese football history, £12.24 million. You don't know what that number means yet. You just know your mother kissed your forehead and told you not to forget where you came from. Manchester is grey, cold, wet. The opposite of Madeira in every way. You step off the plane in clothes that don't fit right. Too big, too bright, the fashion of a kid who grew up on an island where nobody cared what you wore. The English press will mock those outfits for years. You don't notice. You're too busy looking at the training ground. Then comes the number. The number 7 shirt at Manchester United is not just a jersey. It's a ghost. George Best wore it. Eric Cantona wore it. David Beckham wore it. And now a skinny Portuguese kid nobody can pronounce correctly is supposed to not just wear it, but also to fill the gap what David Beckham's departure has created. Sir Alex hands it to you himself. No speech. No pressure. Just the shirt. You take it and you understand. This man believes in you more than you believe in yourself. Your debut comes against Bolton. You step onto Old Trafford as a substitute. Within 30 minutes, the crowd is standing. Not clapping politely. Standing. You run at defenders like they insulted your mother. You do step-overs that make the stadium gasp. The same fans who wondered who you were are now asking each other where you came from. The answer, of course, is an island they can't find on the map. Who remembers the CR7 debut match? Comment down your instant reaction when you saw him playing for the first time. Level 5. The grind. The Premier League is not a league. It's a war fought in rain and sleet on Tuesday nights in Stoke. Defenders don't mark you. They hunt you. Slide tackles come at your ankles like they're trying to collect a debt. You learn quickly. If you stay down, you lose. So you never stay down. This becomes your signature. Season 1. You score 6 goals. The press calls it respectable. You call it unacceptable. You start staying after training when everyone else leaves. You practice free kicks until the groundskeepers turn off the floodlights. You lift weights in your garage at midnight. The other players think you're insane. You think they're soft. Season 2. You score 23 goals. You win your first Premier League title. The same newspapers that mocked your accent now print your face on the front page. Your name, once too difficult for English commentators, is now chanted from the Stretford end. They sing it like a hymn. But your father is dying as he drinks too much. He always has. Now his liver is failing. You fly home whenever you can. You sit beside his hospital bed. You hold the hand that once held yours on the sidelines of Andorrinha. He passes in 2005. You are 20 years old. The man who named you after Ronald Reagan, who worked as a kit man just to be near you, who never asked you for anything, is gone. You do not take time off. You do not grieve publicly. You channel it. Every goal from this moment forward is for him. Every celebration is a conversation with a ghost. Season 3. Premier League title. Season 4. Another. The trophies pile up. The skinny kid is now carved from granite. You run faster. You jump higher. You score goals that physics cannot explain. A header against Roma where your knee reaches a defender's shoulder height. The world starts whispering a word that will follow you for the next 2 decades. Greatest. Level 6. You ripe. Moscow, May 21st, 2008. Champions League Final. Chelsea. Rain hammering the stadium roof like 1,000 snare drums. You score the opening goal. A header. Perfect. Clean. The kind your father would have cheered from his plastic chair at Andorrinha. Chelsea equalize. The match drags into extra time. Your legs are screaming. Your lungs are burning. The scar on your chest, now 8 years old, pulses with every heartbeat. Penalties. You step up for Manchester United's 4th kick. The weight of an entire season, an entire childhood, an entire island rests on this one swing of your right foot. You bury it. Top corner. Unsavable. Chelsea miss. Manchester United are champions of the world. You fall to your knees on the wet grass and sob. Not because you won, but because you remember the dirt patch, the leaking roof, the surgeon's marker line, and most importantly, your father, who is not here to see his little boy at the top of the world. 7 months later, Zurich, a golden ball, the Ballon d'Or, best player on planet Earth. You are 23 years old. The camera finds your face. You try to speak. Your voice cracks on the first syllable. You mention your father. You cannot finish the sentence. You cover your eyes with one hand. The room, filled with the most famous athletes alive, goes completely silent. A boy from an island nobody can find, who couldn't afford shoes, who was mocked for his accent, who was told at 15 that his heart might end him, is now holding proof that none of it mattered. Level 7, the King of Madrid and CR7 brand. You are a global sensation now, and every football club in the world wants you. You have clearly conquered English football, and now you think of the new challenge that is Spanish football. Despite clear indications and bids from Barcelona and Manchester City, you prefer joining Real Madrid because you are a man of your words. You have given your word to Real Madrid, and you want to go to Real Madrid. You tell this to your father-like manager, Sir Alex Ferguson. You then arrive in Madrid carrying a price tag bigger than any footballer before you. You also receive a huge welcome with 80,000 fans in the Santiago Bernabeu football ground chanting your name. You are thinking, a match is about to happen, but no, they aren't here for the match. They are here to welcome you with open arms. The white shirt isn't just a jersey, it's a promise. At the biggest club in the world, second place means failure. Every missed chance becomes tomorrow's headline. Every season begins with only one expectation: win everything. And for nearly a decade, that's exactly what you chase. You evolve. The flashy winger from Manchester disappears, replaced by a complete forward. Stronger, smarter, more ruthless. Goals become your language. Records become routine. Every year, another mountain falls. But standing on the other side is someone just as relentless. The football world watches every goal, every trophy, every Ballon d'Or as your rivalry with Lionel Messi pushes both of you beyond what anyone thought was possible. You don't just compete against each other, you redefine greatness itself. Then comes the night Madrid had waited 12 long years for, La Décima, the 10th Champions League, not the end of the journey, the beginning of a dynasty. Soon, one Champions League becomes 2, then 3, then 4. Finals become familiar. Records keep breaking. You become Real Madrid's all-time leading goal scorer and one of the greatest players the club has ever seen. Yet one dream still belongs to your country and not you. Euro 2016. The final begins perfectly, until it doesn't. An injury forces you off the pitch in tears. Every child who dreamed alongside you thinks it's over. But leadership isn't always about playing. Sometimes it's about believing louder than everyone else. From the sidelines, you refuse to stop fighting. When Portugal lift their first major international trophy, it belongs to every sacrifice you've ever made. By now, your name means more than football. CR7 is no longer just a celebration, it's a brand. While the world watches you collect trophies on the pitch, you're quietly building something that will outlive your career. Fashion, fragrances, hotels, gyms, businesses. Every decision is made with the same mindset that brought you here. Because one day football will end, but the name Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't have to. When you finally leave Madrid after 9 unforgettable years, you don't just leave with medals, you leave as a legend. Level 8, Payback. Most players spend their careers chasing dreams. You've already lived yours. Now it's time to give something back. A new country, a new challenge. Italy. People wonder if you've finally reached the end. Instead, you conquer another league. You win Serie A titles, score goals that defy logic, and prove that greatness was never tied to one badge. It was always inside you. Then life brings you somewhere familiar. Home, Manchester United. But you learn something few people understand. Home isn't a stadium or a city. Home is the people who believed in you before anyone else did. Walking back through Old Trafford brings back memories of a young boy from Madeira. But one face is no longer waiting on the touchline: Sir Alex Ferguson. The man who helped shape the player and the person you have become. The club is different now. Football is different now. Time has moved on. Yet wearing that red shirt again feels like closing a circle that began nearly 2 decades earlier. Soon, another decision shocks the football world. Saudi Arabia. Many call it the end. You see it as a beginning. Football gave you everything. Now you want to help promote football to places that have never seen football at the center stage. You take the biggest name in world football somewhere no one expected. Suddenly, millions of new eyes begin watching. More stars arrive. New opportunities appear. The game grows beyond the borders it once knew. Your mission isn't just to win anymore. It's to leave football bigger than you found it. Because the greatest victories aren't always measured by trophies. Sometimes they're measured by the doors you open for everyone who comes after you. Level 9, the legacy. Today, your name is not just a name. It's a measurement, a standard, a word people use when they mean impossible work ethic. 5 Ballon d'Ors, 5 Champions Leagues, European Championship with Portugal. Approximately 1,000 goals. You are the most followed human being on any social media platform ever. But here is what the highlight reels never show you. You are a 7-year-old boy crying on his first night in Lisbon, too afraid to speak into the phone. A teenager waking up from heart surgery, terrified his dream died on the operating table. A 20-year-old standing at his father's grave, holding a Premier League medal his father never got to see. A 23-year-old covering his face in Zurich, unable to say the words. The scar on your chest never truly faded. And that's the point. Because every time you score, every time you rip off your shirt and roar into the camera, every time you lift another trophy, you're not just celebrating, you're proving it. To the surgeon who drew the line, to the kids who mocked your accent, to the coaches who ever doubted you, to yourself at 15, lying on that hospital bed, counting backward from 10 with your mother's hand in yours. You are a boy with the broken heart, became a man with the strongest heart in the history of the game. You have achieved so much in your life that a World Cup or two cannot define your greatness. You are the best, you are the best, and you'll remain the best.